my friends, it's Laura the Teach. Today's lesson is going to talk about the magic number 10 again. How when we in our math system get to 10, we regroup to another place value column. So we talked about the place value families. The hundreds family has the hundreds, tens, and ones column. The thousands family has the hundreds, tens, and ones column. And the millions family has the hundreds, tens, and ones column. It goes on to billions and trillions. It's infinite. So we're going to talk about how we make hundreds with tens. Now we know when you have 10 ones, you can regroup it into a 10 stick. And when you have 10 tens, you can regroup it into a flat or 100, a group of 100. So I have 10 fingers. I think most of us do. All right. And if we count each of these as a 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. These are 10 sticks. We put them together and it makes a flat of 100. Okay, so we're going to look at these 10 sticks on this sheet here. Again, I'm using the Go math system. This is a first grade level and it's core curriculum based. So all of these are tens. And the nice thing about this is they put them in groups of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So when we see a group of 10 like this, we don't have to count by tens each time. We know that is 10 tens. And 10 tens equals, let's count again, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10 sticks equals 100. What I like to do is I go through and I circle all the groups of 10 that I see. Not the 10 groups of 10 tens that I see. Let's not mistake groups of 10. All right, so all of these are groups of 10 tens. Each of these equals 100. So we have 100 here, 100 here. All of these equal 100. And I'm going to write 100. But each of these groups has 10 sticks. So I would count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, 70 groups. Oh, there's my Maggie in the background getting up. She loves math time too. Hey Maggie, good girl. She says hi, boys and girls. All right, so I'm going to count this as 10 groups of 10, all right, but also groups of 100. So it wants to know how many groups of 10 do we have? Well, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 groups of 10. So there's 70 tens. And then if we count by 100, this is groups of 100 as well. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. So look at that. 700 10 sticks all together, but 70 groups of 10. So look at that. And if I was going to count all together how many I had, I would have, if I counted every one of those 10 sticks, I would have 700 as my answer. There are 710 sticks to make up 700s. Oops, you know what I should have done? I should have just written there were 7 groups of 100, and that equals 700. My mistake. So again, let me circle all my groups of 100. They so nicely group them together for me. And each of these is a group of 100, but it's also a group of 10 sticks. So first we're going to count how many groups of 10 sticks we have. So here's one group of 10, two groups of 10, 3 groups of 10, so we can count by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 tens. And how many groups of 100? 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups. And how many do I have all together? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So I have 60 groups of 10, 6 groups of 100, and 6 groups of 100 equals 600. Let's do this down here. I'm going to circle my groups of 100. Thank you, book, for putting them so neatly in order for me. Now, each of these is a group of 10 tens. We're going to count how many groups of 10 we have. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 tens. Now, how many groups of 100? Each of these equals 100. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, 7 groups, 8 groups, 9 groups of 100. And then how much do we have all together? Now we're going to count each group as 100. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. We have 900 right there. Wow. Let's do one more paper with this type of problem on it so that we can make sure that we understand it. Let me put it in here behind this paper so that we can write on here. All right. So if you remember, they nicely arranged these 10 sticks into groups of 10 sticks. So I'm going to circle my groups of 10. And first we have to say how many groups of 10 sticks. How many 10s do we have? Well, this is a group of 10. This is a group of 10. Group of 10, a group of 10. So we can count by 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40. So we have 40 10s. Because if we counted every one of them, we would get 40. It'd take a long time. Now we need to say how many groups of 100 do we have? Well, 10 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. If I counted each of these 10 sticks by 10, because there's 10 ones in each stick, I would get 100. So each of these is worth 100. 100, 200, 300, 400. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 100. And I just counted it out. How many did I have? You're right, 400. You are so smart. So let's look at this. I'm going to circle my groups of 10 10s so I can see them more easily. And I want to figure out how many groups of 10 do I have. Well, there's 10 in here, 10 in here, 10 in here, 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 and here. So I can count by 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There's 60 10s. Now, if I look at how many groups, because this makes, what? 100. This makes 100. So I have how many groups of 100? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 100. All right. And now, because this is 100, I can count to see how much I have. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So I have 600 in there. Wow. Isn't that amazing? So that's how you convert groups of 10 into 100. And you decide how many groups of 10, how many groups of 100, and then how many you have all together. A quick lesson. Good job.